Hello again, and welcome to Kabbala Revealed. I'm Tony Kosinec. Let's begin by reading a quote from Bala Salam from the Introduction to Talmud Eser Sephirot, the study of the 10 Sephirot. He says, "Therefore, we must ask, why then did the Kabbalists obligate each person to study the wisdom of Kabbalah? Indeed, there's a great thing in it, worthy of being publicized. There is a wonderful, invaluable remedy to those who engage in the wisdom of Kabbalah. Although they do not understand what they're learning, through the yearning and the great desire to understand what they're learning, they awaken upon themselves the lights that surround their souls. While one has not attained perfection, these lights that are destined to reach him are considered surrounding lights. That means that they stand ready, and they wait for one to purify one's vessels of reception. At that time, these lights will clothe the able vessels. Hence, even when one does not have the vessels, when one engages in this wisdom, mentioning the names of the lights and the vessels related to one's soul, they immediately shine upon us to a certain measure. However, they shine for him without clothing the interior of his soul, for lack of the able vessels to receive them. Despite that, the illumination one receives time after time during the engagement draws upon one grace from above, imparting one with abundance of sanctity and purity, which bring one much closer to reaching perfection." In this lesson, we will look at the 4 phases of the creation of a creature. This is the macro template for everything that exists in creation, the way in which the creation came into being, the way in which a creature is created, and the way in which everything that stems from that is created in every aspect of the creation. Here's what the Kabbalists tell us. First of all, we need to know that there are secrets of Torah, but we are not going to speak of these secrets, and they are above our ability to convey them. No Kabbalistic book talks about the secrets of Torah, only about the tastes of Torah. These secrets are called his essence, or atzmuto. It's forbidden to speak about this. What forbidden means is that it is impossible. There are no words for this. We have no kalim for it. This can only be known by attainment. We start here. We start with the Creator. The Kabbalists tell us that the initial thought of the Creator, those who have attained this level, tell us that everything began with an intention. And this intention is to create a creature and to bring pleasure to the creature. This is what's called hina shorish. This is the root of all reality. Now, since this will to create a creature and to give that creature pleasure is the initial thrust of the creation, immediately what occurred is that there was a will to receive this pleasure. So this thought is now what we call light. And this is a will to receive. This is our vessel. This is the initial creature. This phase is one in which the total light of creation fills a vessel capable of holding the entire light. But this vessel is almost nullified against that. It's so incorporated with it that really these things came into existence at the same time, and they depend on each other completely. you have here a giving force, the desire to give, that presses into a reception and creates this opposite desire, the desire to receive. These things are locked together. They are sort of part and parcel of the same idea, but opposite. And this is called the second discernment, which is Bihina Aleph. Aleph is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and it has the value 1. And this is the first discernment. Now, what happens when the light enters this first kli, the will to receive, is that the will to receive feels the pleasure, but the light also imparts something about its own nature into the kli. And something happens as a result of feeling this. When this light goes all the way down and reaches the total filling within this will to receive, the vessel begins to sense something about the nature of the light itself. And since this is only a will to receive, it makes a movement based on its programming, and it notices that there is a giver. So the first discernment is there is a giver. In other words, this is the first thing that is not the creator. It has a sensation that there is a giving mode and there's a receiving mode. It's in existence, in relation to something. Now, this first